All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to class. So glad you all could join us. My name is Juliana Wilt, and tonight I'm going to be teaching you about natural solutions for your home. I'm really excited to be able to share with you some of my favorite products that have really impacted mine and my husband's life. We've been using essential oils for 4 years now, and they have really made a huge difference in our life. Therefore, we're really passionate about sharing how these essential oils can help you too. So, up until couple of months ago, I was just using essential oils, and I was experiencing the life changing benefits from them, and I was researching and learning a lot about the oils. But it wasn't until a couple months ago that I decided to start sharing about the oils. A couple months ago, I came across the quote, and it said, "If it truly changed your life, how could you not tell people about it?" And that quote really stirred something in me, and I realized how selfish I had been for the past 4 years for keeping those amazing oils to myself. I feel like there are so many people who find themselves in the same situation that Daniel and I did, and I feel like there are so many of us who feel like our current healthcare system could use a little work. And what I love is that we now have the opportunity to help ourselves and to self manage the things that can't even be resolved by going to the doctor. I mean, how many times have you gone to the doctor and you've been told by your doctor when you're sick, there's nothing you can do, there's nothing we can give you, you just need to go home, rest, drink lots of fluids, and wait it out? Well, tonight, I hope to empower you by letting you know and showing you that you do have options and that there is something you can do. So, one thing I'd like you to start thinking about right now is, where are you currently in your health? And what does that feel like to you? Do you often feel overwhelmed by having to miss work or your kids having to miss school? And are you really open to the idea of having more natural solutions in your home? So, I personally have been exposed to many different essential oils and natural options over the course of my life. That's just the route that my family tried to take when I was growing up. But here's the thing, never did we ever find anything that we love and that we trust as much as we love and as much as we trust doTERRA. So, now we're going to go ahead and start covering the information on the class handout that I sent you. Hopefully, you were able to print yours out before class, but if not, you should still be able to follow along. Don't worry. You can just take notes on a piece of paper or something. So, if you do have your handout with you, the first part of the sheet is really looking at the fact that we have choices when it comes to our health. And it's looking at the modern approach versus the natural approach. So, what's the modern approach? When we look at the modern approach, we see that it's really just addressing our surface level symptoms, and it's not really getting to the root cause of the problem. It's man produced, which means that it's synthetic and that it's not going to have the benefit of being able to work with our body. And oftentimes, because of that, we will have side effects from this man produced option, right? So when you look at the natural approach, which is plant based and produced by nature, we see that it's able to address the root cause of the problem. It works with our body, and because it's working with our body, we don't experience those side effects. Instead, we get side benefits. And oftentimes, it's way cheaper to use the natural approach too. So, I encourage you guys to really think about, what is your health costing you right now? Maybe it's lost days of work or reoccurring copays, or like I mentioned before, you go to the doctor and you're sick, but they tell you there's nothing that they can give you. You just need to go home, rest, and wait it out. And because of that, well, how does that make us feel? We feel frustrated, right? We're frustrated that we went in. We're frustrated that we spent that copay. We're frustrated that we missed a whole day of work. And we're frustrated because we did all of that and we still don't have answers. So, what I love is that the natural lifestyle has a way of teaching us the 80/20 rule. So, what's the 80/20 rule? 80% of the time, when you have natural solutions in your home, you have a product that can address your specific concern. And only 20% of the time will you still need to go and see that doctor. Now, let me be perfectly clear. We are all for doctors. In fact, my sister is in medical school, and I could not have more respect for doctors. Doctors are definitely needed, and we do appreciate them for everything that they do for us. I mean, personally, I am an absolute disaster in the kitchen, and I don't even want to imagine what condition I would be in if I didn't have my doctor to stitch me up after all my accidents. But when I have the sniffles, I am able to grab one of my essential oils and use it and take care of that situation without having to go to the doctor, sit in the waiting room, and possibly pick up something else while I'm there. So, what I love is that I have options at my fingertips, and I have the option to choose what is best for me and my family. So, if you have your hand out, you'll see next to the natural approach section a picture of wild orange essential oil. If you already have essential oils in your home and you're already using essential oils and you have your essential oils close to you, I encourage you to go grab your wild orange and just experience it right now. And for those of you who don't have essential oils, I'm going to show you how you can experience your wild orange or any essential oil. So what you can do is you have the essential oil, open it up and put one drop on your hand and rub them together and take a deep breath in. Okay, so I don't know about you, but citrus oils have a way of making me feel instantly happy. And that's actually because citrus oils are mood modulators. And remember that every essential oil can have an emotional benefit as well as a physical benefit. So that's pretty cool. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the effectiveness of essential oils. And it's really important to understand why essential oils are effective and how they work with our bodies. So on your handout, you'll see a magnified image of a peppermint leaf. And the magnified image shows the oil sacs on the peppermint leaf. So if you've ever walked through a garden and you've picked up a peppermint leaf or maybe a rosemary leaf or basil leaf or something like that, and if you rubbed it between your fingers, you probably experienced an amazing aroma. And that's because when you were rubbing the leaf, you were actually popping the oil sacs and experiencing firsthand the essential oils of the plant. So I love that. I love that essential oils are natural. I love that they're aromatic compounds and that they come from lots of different plants. Essential oils, depending on what kind of plant it is, are either steam distilled or cold pressed. And what I love is how they work with the body. If you look at the handout and you look at that picture of the cell, you'll see that as the essential oil reaches the cell, it's actually able to pass through the cell membrane. And it's really important to understand that because that means that essential oils are able to address many different needs in our body. Now, essential oils are also very fast acting and they are very potent too. For example, one drop of doTERRA's peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So I don't know about you, but I would rather use one drop of oil than have to drink 28 cups of peppermint tea to experience the same benefit. So on the other side of the handout, you'll see a pie graph. And on this pie graph, you'll see that there are many different grades of essential oil. There's the synthetic grade, which is the largest grade. And this contains things like body products, perfumes, maybe scented candles or air fresheners. And the problem with the essential oils in this grade is that they're not therapeutic, they're synthetic, and they can oftentimes be harmful to our health. The next section is the food grade, and this contains things like baking extracts. And then you'll see the therapeutic grade, which is where you find like the standard essential oils that you might find at the health food store, on Amazon, or in Walmart. And then you'll see the smallest section, which is the CPTG grade of essential oils. So CPTG stands for Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. And that is actually doTERRA's quality of essential oil. And what I love is that we are the most tested and the most trusted essential oil company. And every batch of oil is tested multiple times for multiple different things, and they are tested by third-party scientists and researchers who are not even affiliated with doTERRA. So because of this, you know that every single bottle of essential oil that you receive from doTERRA is free of pesticides, free of herbicides, and they do not contain synthetics or fillers. So when it says wild orange on the bottle, it's truly wild orange. So because of this, it's safe for your children, it's safe for yourself, it's safe for your grandparents, and even your grandparents' parents. They are safe for all ages because of their high quality. So now we're going to talk about the 3 ways to use essential oils. The first way is aromatically, and this is actually my Very favorite way to experience essential oils. So, aromatically basically just means breathing them in. So, there are a couple ways you can use essential oils aromatically. The first way would be putting them in a diffuser. So, what you do is you add essential oils to your diffuser, you fill it up with water, and when you turn it on, it releases an essential oil mist into the air. You can actually probably see that I've got one going right now. Another way to use essential oils aromatically is you yourself can act as a walking diffuser. Like I showed you a couple minutes ago, you can put a drop of essential oil on your hand, rub them together, breathe it in, and you are acting as a diffuser. And what's cool is because of the warmth of your body, you're actually like releasing an aromatic experience for those people around you too. So other people are benefiting when you use essential oils too. Um, so the benefits of using essential oils aromatically. First, it can uplift your mood. For example, citrus oils, again, like I said before, they're mood modulators. So they're a great choice of oil to diffuse if you're trying to uplift your mood. It can also open up your airways. So, for example, peppermint or our blend called Breathe, those are great choices to use to open up the airways and promote easy breathing. It can also cleanse and purify the air in your home. So, diffusing an oil like On Guard, which is our protective blend, or maybe lemon, which is a very good oil for cleansing. Those are great oils to choose to cleanse and purify the air. Now, you'll notice that lemon is a citrus oil. So, when you're diffusing lemon to cleanse the air in your home, it's also going to be uplifting your mood. So, this is just one example of how when you use an essential oil for one thing, it benefits you in other ways that you weren't expecting as well. So that's just kind of cool. So under the aromatic section of the handout, you'll see a bottle of peppermint. And like I just mentioned, peppermint is a great oil to use to open up your airways, either by diffusing it or maybe putting some on your chest or on the bottoms of your feet. And peppermint is also very cooling to the body. So if you're out and about on a hot day, you can put some peppermint on the back of your neck, and it's really great at cooling down your body. It also helps you stay alert. So I diffuse this a lot when I'm working in my office. And it can also help alleviate any head tension. So it's a great oil to apply to the back of your neck, on the bottoms of your feet, or wherever just feels best for you. So the second way you can use essential oils is topically. So you can apply the essential oil either on the bottoms of your feet, which are covered in reflex points, or you can apply them directly to the specific affected area. So if you went to the gym and you did a lot of arm weights and you come home and you're sore, you could just put it directly on your arms where you're sore. Now, when using essential oils topically, we do always recommend diluting them. Personally, I prefer fractionated coconut oil, but you can really use any sort of organic fatty oil that you prefer. Some people like to use extra virgin olive oil. But diluting essential oils does not decrease the benefit that you receive from the oil. It actually increases the benefit because it helps prevent the oil from evaporating off of your skin. It also helps spread the oil over a larger surface area, and it does protect your skin in case you do have sensitive skin. So, for people like young children and the elderly, it is especially important to dilute the essential oils because they do generally have more sensitive skin. So, under this section, you'll see a blend called Deep Blue. Now, my husband and I love this oil because it's great to apply to sore muscles. My husband's job is very physically demanding, and so he uses a lot of this. He likes to apply it before and after work. It's also great to apply before and after a workout because it helps loosen up your muscles before the workout, and it helps your sore muscles recover after the workout. This is also a very cooling oil, so it helps keep you cool during your workout too. And it's just a great oil to keep in your gym bag so that you can immediately apply it before and after an intense workout. Now, the third and final way to use essential oils is internally. And it's only because of the high quality and the CPTG standard that we are able to take doTERRA's oils internally. So it's important to remember that not all oils and not all oil companies are created equally, and therefore we just can't recommend that you use any other oil internally unless you buy it directly from doTERRA. So to use essential oils internally, you can drink them in your water, you can put them directly under your tongue, or you can fill up an empty veggie capsule and take it like a pill. Now, not every essential oil that doTERRA offers is recommended for internal use. So the way you can tell if an essential oil is meant to be taken internally is you can look at the bottle, and if it has supplement facts on the bottle, that means that you can take it internally. If there are no supplement facts, then it's not recommended for internal use. So under the internal use section, you'll see a blend called On Guard. And this is an incredibly effective oil to use internally. On Guard is doTERRA's protective blend, and it's antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial. It consists of cinnamon, clove, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. And this oil is really good to use to boost your immune system, and it also supports a healthy respiratory system as well. So if you have your handout, go ahead and turn the page of your handout. And as you turn the page, you'll see a bathroom cabinet filled with products that you can use in your home at your fingertips. These are just awesome solutions that you can have in your home. And a little side note, everything in this medicine cabinet actually comes in one of our most popular kits called the Natural Solutions Kit. But if you look at the next page, before we really tackle what's in this medicine cabinet, I want you guys to look at the section where it asks, what are your top health priorities? So what do you want to feel more of, and what do you want to feel less of? So many of you may say, I want better sleep, or I want less tension. So if you go ahead and fill that out, it just kind of gives you an idea as you go through the rest of the class, what would be the best products to help support you. So we're just going to take a minute and give everyone a chance to fill that out. If you don't have your handout, you can just write them down on a piece of paper that you're taking notes on. So just write down 3 things that you want to feel more of and 3 things that you want to feel less of. All right, so hopefully you've had a chance to write down some of your health priorities. So let's talk about some of the most common ones that we hear from people. I often hear that people want to experience better sleep. So for that, 2 of our most popular options are lavender and serenity. We know that lavender and serenity are both very calming oils. Lavender is really good to reduce any sort of anxious feelings, and it's a great oil to apply to the bottoms of your feet, specifically on your big toe. Before you go to bed, you can also apply it to the back of your neck, and it just really helps your mind settle down so that you can get a restful night's sleep. Now, serenity is our restful blend, and this is another awesome option. It helps create a restful sleeping environment, so diffusing it is a great way to benefit from it. It's also another oil that's great to apply to the back of your neck and on the bottoms of your feet. Again, on the big toe, that's where the reflex points are for that, so that's a great area to put that. So these oils are amazing at assisting our body and supporting our body, but we do also need to make sure that we're doing everything that we can on our end to promote a restful night's sleep as well. So we always want to make sure we're putting ourselves in a dark room when it's time to go to sleep. And you can try taking deep breaths. So you can put the oil on your hands, rub them together, and take deep breaths in. And you also want to make sure you're limiting your caffeine intake during the day. So as we take the deep breaths, the lavender and the serenity will only work better to help our bodies relax and to get that restful night's sleep so that we can wake up the next morning feeling full of energy, which is what we all want, right? Lavender is also a great oil to calm our skin, and it's a great oil to apply to our skin after a long day in the sun. It's just a very versatile oil that all of us are going to want because it helps calm our anxious feelings, it promotes sleep, and it supports our skin. So another area of concern for people is that they just want to feel less tummy discomfort, whether it's stomach upset, gas, bloating, or anything related to digestion. They just want some relief. So an oil for that we love is Digest Zen. It's an amazing thing, an amazing oil for all things digestive because it helps bring your body back into balance. With any oil, the oils are not miracle workers. What they do is they help support our body and they help our body get back into balance and work the way it was intended to work because our bodies were intended to heal themselves. And that's the amazing thing about oils. Just a little side note. So this is a great oil to have on hand if you have kids, because whether like maybe they're having some tummy trouble, you can dilute it and then apply it to their belly in a clockwise motion. And you can also put it on the bottoms of their feet. If they're a little bit older and they can swallow pills, you can also have them take it in a veggie capsule to help ease any digestive discomfort. So another great product for digestive support is Terrazyme. And this is a great product to use proactively so that you don't experience that discomfort in the first place. Terrazyme is amazing because it helps your body break down the food that you're eating and absorb the necessary nutrients from the food. So if you know me, you know that I have celiac disease, which means that I can't eat gluten. If I eat gluten, I get really, really sick, and it also just does permanent damage to my body. But so I still have to avoid gluten like the plague. But say if I'm eating out, if I'm brave enough, or if I'm eating at a friend's house and maybe there was a little bit of cross contamination with the food, normally even a minuscule amount would wreck my digestive. I would just have terrible digestive issues for several days. But what the Terrazyme does is it helps my body break down that food so that I'm not experiencing that crazy discomfort. And it's just really amazing. So my parents actually made a really awesome short video explaining why Terrazyme works and how it works to break down your food. So I'd like to show that to you guys right now, if that's okay.
Now we're going to do a little experiment to show you two things. One, how you can incorporate this into a child's diet, even in baby food. And two, how effective Terrazyme actually is at breaking down our food. So we're going to open up this Jell-O pudding mix. And I'm going to be the control, and all I'm going to do is stir mine. Deborah is going to open up a Terrazyme capsule and pour in the contents into hers. And we're going to stir these for about a minute and then show you what the results are after about a minute. So it's been about 2 minutes now, and as you can see from the control one, my spoon still stands up, and if I turn it out, nothing comes out. Now the one with the Terrazyme, you can see it doesn't stand up, it's very runny, and if she turns it over, what happens? It's broken down. And that's exactly what the Terrazyme does to our food. It breaks down the food, so if it actually does have any nutritional value in it, it can be absorbed into our body.
So now that we've addressed some of the most common health concerns, let's go ahead and talk about some of the most popular essential oils. I have a lot of favorites, and you'll soon see that you'll develop a list of your favorites too. But I just want to point out a couple of my favorite oils and just tell you a little bit about them. So the first one I want to talk about is frankincense, and this is just really a powerhouse oil. And we actually call it the king of all oils. And I know Chrissy loves this one. I love this oil for many different reasons, but one of my favorite things about this oil is that it is very oxygenating to the body. And I just love that we can have clear breathing simply by applying that oil. It's also amazing at supporting healthy cellular function, and it helps balance your mind. So it's another one of those oils that can help decrease anxious feelings that we sometimes experience. Another great oil is the Aroma Touch blend. And this is doTERRA's massage blend. And personally, I love the smell of this one. It smells like a spa. And I also love the way it makes me feel. I love to apply it to tired muscles to help rejuvenate them. And I also like to put it on the back of my neck after I've been working on my computer all day, just to help relieve some of that tension. And I also like to put a drop on my hands, rub them together, and just take a deep breath in. And it's just a great oil at helping relieve tension almost instantly. So next, let's talk about Breathe. This is doTERRA's respiratory blend. I love Breathe, and if you talk to any person who uses doTERRA, they will probably tell you how much they love Breathe too. This is a really good essential oil to diffuse at night because it helps promote a healthy sleep. And what it does is it helps keep your airways open. And anytime we're having clear breathing, we just tend to sleep better. You can also diffuse it during the day when maybe the seasons are changing and you're struggling with that. or anytime you need a little extra support in opening up your airways for clear breathing. It also just smells really good and it has a very invigorating aroma. So, what I love about these oils is that they are great at taking care of specific issues that we are dealing with, but they are also really good for preventative care as well. So, using them proactively to help support our immune system or our respiratory system is really important to help keep us healthy and to keep us from getting sick in the first place. So, I love that there are lots of different oils for lots of different concerns that we deal with. And what I love is that when we have our oils, we can be prepared for anything, whether we're dealing with a little emergency or a bigger one. We can use our oils to help soothe those anxious feelings in the moment so that we're able to deal with those emergencies better. You also now have a solution for stuffy noses or that cough that your child may be experiencing. And again, you can just use these oils to help support and boost your immune system on a daily basis. So these oils really help you live out that healthy, natural lifestyle that you're hoping for. So, if we didn't cover an essential oil that you need, that's okay. You have a couple options. You can either keep reading that list that's on the handout and kind of see what oils would work best for you, or you are totally welcome to contact me and we will help you find exactly what you're looking for to help you tackle your specific health goals today. But I just wanted to save some time for our last section that we're going to talk about. And this is the Be Healthy with Daily Habits section. So, what I'm actually going to do is turn it over to my upline, Barry Becker, who will be covering this section for us.
Hi, how you doing? So if you don't have something to take notes on, maybe you want to grab it now, or hopefully you can remember this as well. But I'm about to tell you the best thing you can do for all health issues. So if you're ready, the best thing you can do for all health issues is to stay healthy. Seriously, if we took a more proactive and preventative approach to our health, we could live a far better life. Some of the best things we can do are to build a strong immune system, reduce toxins and inflammation, and have a healthy gut. In fact, most of our sickness and disease is caused by inflammation and poor gut health. We've been asked before, if we could only have one doTERRA product, what would it be? And without a doubt, it would be their Lifelong Vitality, or LLV, which is actually doTERRA's #1 selling product. And in my opinion, everybody should be taking doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality. If you can swallow a small pill, then you can be taking these. And just to give you just an overview of what the products are, it's actually 3 products, 3 different supplements that make up the Lifelong Vitality. The first is called VMZ, and that's your essential vitamins and minerals. Now, the doTERRA's Microplex VMZ Food Nutrient Complex, it's a food nutrient formula of bioavailable vitamins and minerals that are deficient in our modern diets. Now, you may be wondering what bioavailable means, and that means it's easily broken down and absorbed by our bodies. Our bodies can actually process it. So you might want to be asking, I think I just heard Daniel asking, what happens to supplements that aren't bioavailable? That's a great question, Daniel, and I'll try to answer that for you. Well, actually, sewage treatment plants are reporting that they remove tons of undissolved vitamins from their treatment ponds every year. Literally, it's money down the drain. Synthetic vitamins and minerals are typically delivered in a packed tablet that does not dissolve in the stomach, and thus it just passes right through the body. Of course, this means that very little, if any, vitamins and minerals are absorbed by the body. Now, doTERRA's is different. I mean, it's something that, like I said, they've tested this thing for many years to get the right mix of not too little, not too many nutrients, so that our bodies are actually get the nutrients at the optimal level. Now, the next product that they have is called Z Omega. And that contains the omega-3s as well as the omega-6s and 9s, which are essential fatty acids. And it contains several key essential oils that we should really be taking every day: clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, caraway, and German chamomile. and also contains vitamin D and E, which are deficient in most of our diets as well. So if you actually have access to the chat, I would like to see, what do you think is the number one cause of death in women? I know that's not a uplifting topic, but I'm just curious what you all think it might be. I'll give you a couple seconds to type in your responses. Okay, Sharon's keyed hers in. Anybody else have a suggestion or a thought? Daniel's keyed his in. Anybody else? I'll give you a couple more seconds here. And it's not, I'll just tell you, it's not husbands or kids, okay? So I know that was probably the first thing that came into your minds. Actually, most people think it's breast cancer, which I can understand because that's given a lot of attention in the media and the news. But it is actually, Daniel got it. I mean, the guy in the group got it. It's heart disease. So the Z Omega, some of the benefits of that, first of all, it promotes heart and circulatory health. The omegas, the fatty acids, are great for heart health. It also supports healthy joint function and comfort. It provides immune boosting nutrients, and it protects against lipid oxidation and supports a healthy function of the brain, because fatty acids are also good for the brain, the eyes, and the nervous system. And it promotes healthy skin. Now, the last product that's part of this Lifelong Vitality trio is called Alpha CRS. And it's probably, not that any of them is more beneficial than the other, but I really like this one. It's the Cellular Energy and Longevity Blend. And, when you start getting gray hair, the word longevity really becomes more important to you. So I really like that. But what this blend does, what this product does, it combats damage to our DNA and cells, which are under attack every day by free radicals. And I'm sure you can think of certain diseases that may be the root cause of cells that are deformed or that are damaged. Now, the CRS in Alpha CRS stands for Cellular Renewal System. Now, healthy tissues, organs, and ultimately healthy organisms depend on cellular reproduction and specialized function and energy production and timely cell death when the cells are not functioning at optimal levels. So one of the things Alpha CRS does, if a cell is beyond repair, it will actually cause it to die off so that it cannot affect the healthy cells around it. So as we age, cellular function can deteriorate and we gradually begin to experience decreased energy and performance. That's one of the reasons why I really love Alpha CRS. And honestly, when my wife and I started taking the Lifelong Vitality, initially we did not really notice any change until we actually ran out for a couple of days, and we realized that the energy we had gotten while taking them, we no longer had, and we were getting tired in the afternoon, and as well as those aches and pains, especially when you wake up in the morning, they started to return. So we quickly ordered 2 boxes of Lifelong Vitality, and for the last probably over 3.5 years, we have made sure we never run out. So last thing I want to tell you about this is that taken together, all 3 supplements, they provide the antioxidant capacity of 12 or more servings of fruits and vegetables. Now, if you're like me, you maybe have not always been crazy about taking a lot of vegetables, especially. So taking a few pills or a few capsules that can do that for you, because these are whole food nutrients that we're ingesting, you can get the same benefit. Now, all of doTERRA's products can do amazing things for our health, as you've heard Juliana talk about tonight. But we also need to make good choices. So if we eat and drink things that are unhealthy, we don't exercise, we don't get adequate rest, we have a lot of stress, we are continually exposed to harmful toxins, these products won't be as effective. And we're just working against ourselves. And I kind of equate it to a boxer who goes into the ring, after a few rounds, he gets hit in the face near the eye and it busts open. So after the fight, he gets it stitched up and he puts some ice on it to reduce the swelling. And then 2 days later, he gets back in the ring and goes through the same thing, gets hit in the same spot, busts open again, and continues this process over and over again. He's working against himself. He's not allowing his body to heal. So that's what I would encourage you to do. Not only to look at these products alone, but look at them in conjunction with making wise lifestyle changes. So now I'm going to turn it back over to Juliana.
Well, thank you for sharing. So now that we've gone over the top essential oils and we talked about what you want to feel um, more of and what you want to feel less of, I want to ask you, are you open to getting essential oils into your home? Are you open to the possibility of having natural solutions at your fingertips? And if you said yes, I would encourage you to look at your handout and choose which kit is best for you and your family. If you turn to the last couple of pages, you'll see some of the kits pictured there. The first kit is the Diamond Kit, which you can see has pretty much every product, and it's really going to help you with completely transforming your lifestyle and turning it into a healthy one. This is just a really amazing kit. But personally, my favorite kit is the one, if you look on the screen, it's pictured underneath the Diamond Kit, and this one is called the Natural Solutions Kit. I like to call this one the Mini Diamond Kit, and it still comes with a diffuser and the vitamins and a great variety of essential oils. It comes with all the essential oils we talked about today, plus a couple extras. And it also has On Guard foaming hand wash, which you are going to love, especially in the winter months when the kids are coming home with sniffles. It just helps make sure that their hands are being cleaned properly, and it kills the bad bacteria without killing the good bacteria, because we do need that good bacteria to stay healthy. One of the other kits on here is the Home Essentials Kit. It's another really popular option. And this kit comes with the top 10 most popular essential oils. And it also comes with a diffuser. Now, diffusing is going to quickly become one of your favorite ways to benefit from oils. So I really love that this kit comes with one. And then lastly, we have the Family Essentials Kit. And I consider this one like a mini starter kit. It contains the smaller bottles of essential oils, but it does come with the top 10 essential oils. And this is just a really great kit to sample and figure out what you like. And then, of course, when you find your favorites, you can totally reorder in the bigger size when you run out. So before we wrap up this class, I want to show you one last short video that my husband and I made. And it's a little silly, but in this video, we address some of the most frequently asked questions about buying an essential oil kit.
So I'm interested in getting a kit of those oils. But first, I have a couple questions.
Okay, sounds great. Ask away.
Do I have to sell these oils?
Nope.
Okay, I hear you. But how much do I have to spend every month?
Well, the thing is, you don't. You can just buy your kit and never buy again if you don't want to. Totally up to you.
Okay, so let's say I find a kit I like. Am I going to get charged with unexpected fees after that?
Well, it's $3.99 for shipping and then whatever your state tax is. But I'd say that's pretty expected.
So if I get these oils, does that mean I have to start doing yoga?
That'd be quite the sight to see, but no, you don't have to do yoga unless you want to.
Are you saying you don't want to see me do yoga?
Got any other questions?
How am I going to know how to use these oils?
Well, we'll send you a bunch of great resources, and you're more than welcome to come to all of our classes, both online and in person.
So am I signing my life away?
I'm actually glad you asked. If you could just fill this out for me? Just kidding. I can make a joke because that's such a ridiculous question. Of course you're not.
So what's the catch here?
You'll get your essential oils at the most affordable price. You'll get a whole team who will support you in your wellness journey. And you'll be able to support your family's health naturally, effectively, and affordably.
So to me, that doesn't sound like a catch.
Okay, then I guess there's no catch.
Wow, this sounds like a great deal. How do I get one of these kits?
Perfect. I'd be happy to show you.
Great. So I hope you enjoyed that little video. I know it was a little silly. So if you're interested in getting started with the kit, just let me know and I'd be happy to help you order that today. You can contact me via Facebook, on our public page, or you can even send me a message to my personal profile. You can also send us a message via Instagram or even email. So thank you so much for joining us. Let us know if you have any questions. If you do have a question, you can unmute yourself. You should be able to by clicking on the bottom left corner, I think it should be.